Hello and welcome to Michael's Minty Music for today. Today we review Guns N' Roses' second 1991 album, Use Your Illusion 2. It is the second half of what is basically a double album that they split in two, and it's pretty good. After hearing the second album, I do think they make it work. It wouldn't necessarily be better if they combined the two albums. I do think they could have made it work the other way as well, but this certainly is not. Splitting the album in two is a somewhat artistic decision, so I do respect that. This is the track listing, and these are the tracks I added to my playlist. 6 out of 14, just under half. I think the first side starts it off pretty strong, and the second side is really good, really amps up the feeling. I don't think the third side is bad, but it's a bit of a letdown after the second side, in my opinion. The fourth side has the same problem that the fourth side on the first album has. By the time you get to it, you're a little bit bored of Guns N' Roses, and it's not good enough to bring it back up. It leans more heavily into the emotional slow side, but I think side one does that better, especially with Knocking on Heaven's Door, which is a really good song. In general, this album is the more emotional one. And the other album is more rock, high emotion, but both of them both Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 have the sort of dichotomy between emotional songs and more upbeat stuff. There was only one single released before the album, which was You Could Be Mine. And the big track here is obviously Knocking on Heaven's Door, which I didn't realize was a cover until I looked it up a year or two ago. Because I had only ever heard of the Guns N' Roses version. It's one of their most famous songs. So, yeah. But my favorite track here is probably Shotgun Blues, track number 6. I really like, side 2 overall, from starting at track 4 all the way to track probably 7, is just a really good run. Get in the Ring into Shotgun Blues is really good. Both of those songs I think are good, but I like Shotgun Blues better. It flows better, and it's more it's more punchy, I feel, or it's at least the same amount of punchy, but the punches hit harder, are faster. I don't know. I like Shotgun Blues better. Now, I rank this album second out of all of Guns N' Roses albums I've heard, only worse than the first Use Your Illusion. I think the first one is better than this one. I really just think that the first one has more good songs on it, and while both flow all right, the first one ends up flowing a bit better because it just has better songs. Obviously think both of them are a step above their previous work. They're just more interesting. They're not, all the tracks are not all the same. They have some good slower ones, but I think that the first one is better. It comes together better and is just more, has better songs on it. So as a result, Use Your Illusion 2 can't be my favorite from this year. That has to go to Use Your Illusion 1, which I like better than it. We've already established that. So from 1991, Use Your Illusion 1, it's cut off there, but it is my favorite from that year. Next up is INXS's 1993 album, Full Moon Dirty Hearts. It's alright, but it's not one of their better albums, so stay tuned for that, and as always, stay minty.